Well, today's broadcast is going to be brought to you by the Cedar Rapids Titans Arena football team. You'll be able to watch all the arena football games or home games on Brown Guy Radio. We'll have them up on the YouTube and Facebook page for you. But also, they're going to give 2 tickets to every player of the game from now on. So that's going to be a big. We also have Henshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa, the Packwood Locker, and Smithburg Auto. We're talking Keota Eagles. We got Coach Stout on the phone, and he has had a big weekend. Welcome to the program, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Well, you just put 2 big wins on the board Friday and Saturday back to back. Tell us a little bit about the success you had in those 2 games, and I got a kind of sneaking suspicion of one of the things that happened. But let's.
Well, I think we played a couple of our better ball games that we played so far the whole season, which was good to see. We opened up out of the break with a win over Moravia, and it was a nice ball game. On that Saturday, we went to BGM on Friday night and just shot the ball pretty well. We made 7 3-pointers, went 7 for 21 for 33%, which was good. Chase Hafley kind of broke out of his little shooting slump that he was in this season and went 4 for 7 from the 3-point line, had 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, couple steals. Just had a good overall ball game. But we had 5 guys scoring double figures that night, which was big for us. Jackson Benito had 13 points. Porter Cave and Aiden Galindo both chipped in with 12. And Blake Baker came off the bench and scored 11 points. And it's one of those games where we started off scoring. We scored on the first basket that we had the ball and never looked back. It just continued to keep pouring on, and that was the most points we scored so far this season. So that was really good to see.
Yeah, well, that's real exciting there. So you get a win against Moravia, you get a win against BGM, and Saturday you get a big win against undefeated Hillcrest team, no longer referred to as undefeated. We've been paying attention to Hillcrest. That they play a good game and they beat Waco. They play a good game and they beat Winfield Mount Union. They play a good game and they beat Pekin. They play a good game and they beat Fairfield. The wins were piling up on them. But you go to their gym, right, for this game, right? Oh, so little Eagles Nest magic there. So one of the things I was suspecting was Chase Hafley was back. Chase Hafley's own, typical performances. I'm assuming he's a big factor. Jackson Vivito has taken kind of a huge leap this year. He's probably an all-conference player. But it seems like you're spreading the ball around, everybody's scoring, you're playing the kind of basketball that you like to play. So tell us a little bit about the Hillcrest game, because that's the big story here.
Well, I think what you just hit the nail right on the head there is we're really sharing the ball right now. Against Hillcrest, I think we had 20 assists. Jackson Vito had 5. Chase Hafley had 6. And then we have everybody else jumping in with 2 or 1 assist. But again, we shot the ball really well. Chase was 4 for 9 from the 3-point line. Brandon McGuire was 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. Porter Cave was 2 for 2. Jackson Benito knocked down 2 3-pointers. And again, balance scoring, we had 20 from Chase. We had 15 for Porter, 14 for Jackson. Brendan got 6. Blake Baker came on the bench for 4. But I think it was our defense. Our defensive effort is what really keyed that game. To hold that team that scores points like they do to 44 points, that was really good. I thought our kids defended really well without fouling. We held them to 35% from the 2-point line and 30% from the 3, but we also made 10 3-pointers, so that always helps. Shot the ball really well, and I thought we rebounded, and I thought we played really good defense. So that was good to see. Just like there again, we get a lot of assists in that game. We did turn the ball over 12 times, but Hillcrest has a really good defense themselves, and we were thrilled to come away. We basically kind of took advantage of the game in the fourth quarter. We outscored them 20-10, and we were able to come away with a nice win.
Well, it just seems like the only thing that matters is how good you play in the last 2 minutes of the game anymore. But I've been in the gym when you get big wins like that. What was it like in there? What was the crowd and the atmosphere going on when you get this Hillcrest win?
Well, yeah, I mean, the girls' game. That I mean, we started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's a little different on a Saturday afternoon. The crowd really filtered in by the time the boys came along. I mean, I thought Hillcrest had a great following. We got a lot of our kids came in and supported our players, and it just everyone was excited. I mean, when you got two good. I mean, I guess that throws in there as a pretty good team also. So you got two really good teams playing against each other. People want to come and see it. So that was nice to be able to see. But our place always gets rowdy and gets after it. The Hillcrest people were fired up for their team. Obviously they weren't used to getting beat, and we were able to take it.
Yeah, they get real uncomfortable when the score isn't, with them ahead by 10. But I really like the Hillcrest people, and they've been kind of taking a shot at Round Guy Radio. So I actually got a game there this week with the Columbus. So up at Hillcrest Tuesday night. But
Yeah, there's no bad blood or anything between anybody. It was just both teams cheering for their teams and wanting everything to win.
I get it, but that's what it's all about, man. I like that. That was a good one. But you guys get a good win here. What does that bring your record to overall and in the district?
We are 7-3 overall, and what 5-3 in the conference.
Well, okay. So, well, what games you got coming up?
We got a home game on Tuesday night against Iowa Valley, and that's our annual Eagle Rock Chili Supper. We got mini cheerleading camp coming in that night. I think our new cheer sponsor, I think she's got 50 some little kids coming in to perform at halftime of the girls and the boys games. So it's gonna be a packed house Tuesday night. I mean, if you want to get in here and watch, you gotta get here early on Tuesday night, get some lasagna supper, and come enjoy the little kids. The Iowa Valley's got a pretty athletic team, so it's one of those where we're gonna have to really lock down our defense again. They're not real big, so size wise we'll be able to match up real well with them. Thursday night we go down to Molten Udell, which I've never been to in my life. So hopefully the bus driver knows how to get there. And we got that game down there, and then Friday night we got a big game with EV, who right now we are tied with in the conference. I'm in fourth place, so that's a pretty big game for us. And on Friday's a big week of basketball for us.
Yeah, that's no rest for the wicked, boy. You played a bunch of games last week. You're playing a bunch of games this week. You guys. It seemed like you got your legs underneath you, though, don't you?
Yeah, the kids. I think the kids are in pretty good shape, and they're excited just to be out on the floor playing. We pretty much we've tinkered with our offensive sets a little bit, but we know what we're gonna do. We've really had to change we've had to change the style. I mean, I had to change the style that I like to play. I mean, I like to press and get up and down and run the floor. Obviously we're only playing about six guys most of the time, so we really had to scale back on the way we play. And I think the kids have really done that. These kids can press, but we just have to do it at certain times of the game, and we can't do it for long extended periods of time. So I think these kids at this point in the season, they know exactly what we need to go out and do. I told them after the game, this is probably the most man-to-man defense I've ever played in the last 10 years of coaching. And that's nice to see that kids just, when there's no excuses. If you're guarding one guy, it's your job to try and shut him down, and that's what our kids have been doing. And you talk about our busy schedule. Shoot, then we'll throw it in on Monday the 19th. We play Highland, and then that's our homecoming week for basketball. We got HLV on that Friday night. So yeah, in another 7 to 14 days, we're going to play another 5 ball games. So we're definitely getting our money's worth here, getting up and down the floor watching the Eagles play.
Well, congratulations on the hot streak you're on there. Good luck in the marathon of games that's coming up ahead of you. But I don't really got any more questions. Anything you want to talk about we didn't get to talk about?
Oh, that sounds good. I appreciate you guys having me on again.
Oh, well, it's great talking to you. And very sincerely, congratulations on the big wins.